Well, it's not a team setting. Now you got to represent yourself.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. All right, well, here we go, getting right into it, guys. Looks like they're playing a little careful. Chosen1 seems to be trying to figure out his opponent, doesn't want it to get any... Oh, well, maybe there's a... Oh, okay, we just got those fingers. I think we can kind of tell this guy's button mashing a little bit, obviously, from that start button he hit.
Yeah, okay, that's actually a fairly solid combo coming out of Hayate there. Once again, I don't know of any sit-down stuns that Hayate has, so...
I couldn't even tell you either because, unfortunately, I was playing Hayate, and it's hard not to just play like DOA 4.
It really is. I mean, most of Hayate's moves just run in and do a mid-punch, and... I don't really know of any sit-down stuff he has. Maybe down forward 3+ kick. I think that does it on counter hit. I can't remember.
Well, hopefully. Oh, there we go. We finally saw some critical bursts.
Finally.
Oh my God.
We didn't really capitalize on it, unfortunately, but still, at least we saw one.
Right?
Finally.
And he even did a couple of them.
Whoa.
And a power blow. Oh my God. This is finally DOA 5 at its finest.
Yeah, I mean, finally we're actually seeing some of the mechanics in use. Maybe Brian probably reprimanded him and said, hey, start playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. Try to show it off.
Yes, that's for sure.
There we go. That was actually a whole...
Oh, he could have gotten a few more hits in there, but an 8-hit combo nonetheless, and he's got Ayane down to about 15% health. Looks like he's going to comfortably take this 3-0. That was easy for him.
that did seem pretty easy for him. I mean, it looks like he's finally finding some stuff. And it looks like we actually have to reset the system there.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, this is an E3 build. And in order to make it so people aren't just on the console all day, they kind of reset it after a couple rounds so that way you can hand off the controller to somebody else who's waiting.
Yeah, it's always kind of a little bit, annoying to have to wait for that, but
yeah, no,
it's an E3 build.
Yeah, exactly. There's things you got to deal with it being an E3 build. I mean, we've even seen a few things that they're probably going to shape up by the time the game comes out. So it's understandable.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
Annoying, but understandable.
Yeah, but going a little bit more in depth into Chosen1's play there, we did see critical burst. That animation that happened with Hayate was a power blow, and you can tell the raft itself had the wall highlighted.
Yeah, and if you noticed also, and that juggle before the one that actually killed off Cam, you did notice, of course, that what I mentioned about the gravity, how Hayate sort of teleported a little bit to the other side during the juggle.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like still from the alpha build, Hayate kind of has a little bit messed up gravity with that. So I'm hoping that kind of gets tweaked up a bit, because right now, you're right, he could have finished off that juggle, he could have gotten more damage out of it, but it was probably really disorienting going from one side to the other.
And because nobody has played this game to that extent, we don't know the full potential of everything. So everybody's still in that kind of learning stage. And I know by the time this game is out for at least a couple weeks, there will be a standard like, this is the max damage you will get.
Exactly. I mean, it's still kind of hard because, with the DOA, the more hits you do in stun, the higher the launch goes. But
well, here we go, finally getting into this next one. It's still Chosen1 on the sticks, advancing through the bracket. We have Cam here, now switching up characters.
Yeah, now we've got some Akira.
It's very cool to see. Once again, Virtua Fighter has put their characters into DOA 5. It's always great when fighters cross-platform, especially a game like Virtua Fighter.
There we go, we saw another critical burst there.
We did.
It doesn't look like Cam, I wouldn't say he's particularly an Akira player, so this is probably just a desperation pick, but hey, we'll give him credit for trying. Akira's I can see Chosen1. He's actually trying to knock Akira off of his feet there, just to try to get that unholdable stun, and it does seem as though he's actually trying to make an effort to play the game to his strengths now.
That was a very good counter by Chosen1. Definitely expected from him. This Akira player, he doesn't seem to quite understand DOA, and it's a little unfortunate that he's going against somebody that is way above his skill level.
Yeah, this is kind of, I guess, practice dummy, unfortunately.
Well, it'll help Chosen1 shake off those nerves so that when he does fight, but you never know, the worst thing you can fight sometimes in a fighting game is somebody who doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that random factor, and sometimes, it can just, in theory, you should always be able to stomp somebody who's mashing buttons, but sometimes it just totally gets under your skin and you just can't figure it out.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself and you're like, I don't have to block against this guy, he just mashes buttons. But then you find yourself 2 rounds down, only have 1 remaining, and then they get lucky.
Yeah.
So yes, you definitely have to be careful, and we see that coming here from Chosen1. He is now up 2-1, but there we go. See, Akira is putting in that damage, and he gets around.
That's what I meant when I said about that random factor. Sometimes it just gets under your skin, and you're like, wait, what is he doing? Is he doing this on purpose? Is he just mashing buttons? I can't tell.
Right, and you can tell there, Chosen1 actually just performed Hayate sidesteps and a cliffhanger, which is also something new. Well, we didn't see him grab onto the cliff.
Oh, that hurt a lot.
Yes, it did. It definitely looks like Chosen1 is trying to show off a new mechanic that is Dead or Alive 5. You know, and he hasn't quite integrated it in a way that seems strategic, but that's what will come after playing this game for so long.
Yeah, I think he's taking a little bit of advantage of his opponent's kind of noobishness to the game,
right,
to put it bluntly.
See, that's Hayate's sidestep too, though. Hayate had that in DOA 4.
Oh, and here we go for style points.
Oh my god.
Here we go for style points.
Very nice by Chosen1. As you can tell, when he did that power blow, he had highlighted things, like the car was highlighted, the wall was highlighted.